I will share with you a tale of two realities. I was 2 years old when my mother first handed me a book, tracing the curves of symbols I did not yet understand. But with her guidance, those symbols became letters, then words, then an entire world waiting to be explored. At 3 years old, I sat in a classroom, making friends and learning how to read and count numbers. But as I grew, so did my awareness of the world around me. I saw children in my community whose hands never held a book, whose feet never stepped in a school, and whose dreams were not about what they want to be in the future, but about survival. It was a tale of two realities, one filled with opportunities, while the latter was filled with uncertainties. That realization became my mission, and that is what brings me here today. Growing up, I witnessed how our world faces never-ending problems like inequalities in education, unemployment, and the ripple effects they create within communities. The deeper I get to understand these problems, the more I realize that we are not just witnesses to these, we are the solution. I know I have a role to play in this story, and that conviction fueled me to take on various leadership roles to contribute to meaningful changes in my community. I am Clifford James Dinduan, a third-year BA Communication major and a student leader. And today, let me share with you 3 initiatives I have implemented in my own capacity to champion SDG 4 and 8. First, I launched a 3-month reading program in my community in 2022 where I taught children the basic and fundamental concepts of reading. This project aimed to address the learning gaps caused by the pandemic. When I saw the children's eyes brighten as they rediscovered the joy of learning, my hope for education was restored. This initiative directly supports Target 4.1 of SDG 4, ensuring that all children complete free, equitable, and quality education. Second, I co-authored the Youth Education Agenda and took part in its historical turnover to the Department of Education in the same year. The agenda reflects the common sentiments and perspectives of the youth on various issues directly affecting us. Through this, I was able to inspire others to actively participate in governance and policy discussions. It also advanced the goals of SDG 4, specifically the Target 4.7, which promotes education for sustainable development and active citizenship. Third, I have led initiatives that focus on career readiness, public speaking, and formal letter writing among my peers in our senior high school to improve their chances in landing better job opportunities in the future. With youth unemployment and skills gap limiting opportunities in ASEAN, these efforts significantly contributed to fostering a culture of career preparedness that strengthens local workforce and economy, as well as championing SDG 8. With all these experiences, I realized that leadership is more than just sitting at a table. It's about championing the lives of every individual through creating programs that lead to a more sustainable future for all. The journey to a better tomorrow is not a walk in the park. I have learned that real change does not happen overnight. We need to invest ourselves, our time, and our heart into it. I was 2 years old when my mother first handed me a book, tracing the curves of symbols I did not yet understand. I yearn for the day when all 2-year-olds can have the same privilege, tracing the curves of symbols from a book until those symbols become letters, then words, then an entire world waiting to be explored by their curious minds. Let us all embrace the power of education, innovation, and leadership, and together, we can redefine our future. Because when ASEAN youth rise, the world rises with us. So I leave you with this challenge. What role will you play in the story? Will you stand by as a spectator? Or will you step forward and become part of the change?